to Love Bachelor. Welcome back to Love Bachelor, the Bachelor podcast no one asked for. I'm one of your hosts, Geena Shorts.
And no one asked for Geena Shorts either. And I'm your other host, Aimee Duro.
Look, welcome, folks. As you can tell, we are recording this during the night time.
It's true.
And I don't think we've ever recorded during the night time where the episode wasn't just half on crack. You know what I mean?
I do.
Something happens to us past 6 p.m. It's like feeding the gremlins. You know what I mean? Aimee, tell me, fill us in. It's been a week.
Yes.
What's happened in your life?
Okay. This week has just been inundated with assessment.
Yes.
I've just been doing a lot of assignments and I hate it.
Yes.
But I will complete them. It will be done as of Sunday night. And I am a free woman.
Oh, wow. Free
until
forever?
Next year.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, just had 2 Milky Ways. That was pretty nice.
Yep.
What's new with you?
What is new with me? I had a massage today.
Oh, yeah.
First one in about a year.
Okay.
Look, I just really wanted to come out of that session relaxed, recuperated. Just a new, happier, healthier woman. But I came out a little bit tired.
Yes.
And just, if anything, unsatisfied. Not because she wasn't good, because she helped me with the muscles, but whatever itch I wanted scratched didn't happen. Do you know what I mean? Can anyone tell me this phenomenon?
Dissatisfaction. What are they?
And like nothing against her, but I don't know. I was just, I wanted the nearly falling asleep effect.
Oh, yeah. That's a relaxation massage. And you got remedial, right?
Yeah, but I circled relaxation.
Oh.
But I think my back was too...
But your back said remedial.
Yes, quite right.
Yes.
So sad.
Boo.
I know. And how much did you pay for your massage?
It was 54, I think.
Oh.
Why? Is that
I just
too
need
much
to
or
do
too less?
more research because I paid 90.
Well, that's pretty standard
Is
without health rebate thing.
Okay.
I had
Alright.
in health insurance.
Okay.
Mine was 85 before it.
Sadness.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, less about massages, more about corsages.
Oh, nice. That was
Thank
good
you.
stuff.
Thank you. This is a Bachelor podcast. We're going to talk about the Bachelorette Australia. If you haven't listened and or watched the most recent episodes, don't listen to this. Well, Aimee, tell me. 30-second recap. Is it one for the ages?
No.
Okay.
It's not because the content this week was
Yes.
average.
I agree.
So-
Nothing against our good friend Brooke,
Not at all.
friend of the podcast.
But everything against everyone else.
exactly.
Yep.
All right, 30 seconds on your clock.
On your mark.
Get set. Go.
This week, Intrigued Luca swooped in to score a single date and I hated it. The self-proclaimed maverick went on an aviation date and good thing they were physically high because I've got to tell you, the chemistry felt real low. Kurt emerged in the group date as apparently the only person who listens to Brooke securing alone time with her. Kurt was a cute dummy who kept running his mouth instead of kissing Brooke with it. At the cocktail party, Chris walked out and Brooke cancelled the rest of the night because feelings. Jamie Lee finally got her single date, which saw her and Brooke set the record for longest on-screen kiss atop the Sydney Tower Eye. Rumours then started running wild after a lie detector date revealed a secret one-sided romance might be blooming inside the mansion. Stop it. 29.98.
That's a bit sexy.
Oh, that is one for the ages then. All right.
Yeah, hello.
That's a bit saucy.
I liked all the comments you made, and I
Thank you.
agree with all of them.
I think we can wrap it up there.
Okay, well, this has been Love Bachelor.
Geena, where can people find us?
Okay, I want to start us off with highlights.
Okay.
Let's go. Episode 1. What do you got, Aimee?
The first highlight for me doesn't happen until the group date because I don't like Luca.
I agree. Do I have
agree.
any basis, really? A little bit. but not necessarily.
I feel like my basis is that I like other people more.
Yes. There's just something, we'll get on to that. I'll tell you, however, Brooke and Luca's date, I was kind of into it because the idea of flying in the sky and one of those zoomies, I'm into that.
Okay, cool.
Not into everything about him.
Correct.
Yes.
That's right.
And my next one is about the group date, so kick us off, Amy.
Nice. This was a surprising highlight.
Yes.
That Kurt knew so much about Brooke.
What a humble king.
What a humble king.
I know.
You ever look at his face and just be like, wow, what a long face? Do you ever think that? I think he has quite a slim, elongated face.
I mean, no, I've never thought that while looking at him.
Well, I have. And I guess that's a highlight too. But yeah, really love how much he knew about Brooke.
It was impressive.
Wasn't it?
Like, it was a little bit attractive as well. It's like, that's a man who listens. Exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I loved the date as well. I loved they're going somewhere and they're doing the things and then look, a little bit disappointed everyone else.
Oh, yeah.
Well, like 3 against 1, why did they all think the wrong things? Even me playing at home, I was like, she likes the beach. Beach.
When they're like, to relax, she goes out with friends. I was like, you guys...
Who does that?
Who does that to relax?
Yeah. No.
Y'all are dumb.
Y'all are stupid.
I hate that.
Kurt has it though.
Kurt's... Yeah.
Yeah. My next one is just about Kurt.
Please.
Okay, so first of all, Kurt coming out of the woodwork this week.
Surprise.
I'm into it.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
very into it. And then Brooke complimenting Kurt and Kurt saying, oh, no one's ever said I was hot or attractive before. I was like, Kurt, you need to surround yourself with better people because, honey.
You're a 29-year-old player.
I know.
Not a player, but,
Yeah, player.
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
And poor clueless Kurt.
Oh, I love it. Truly.
She was like, I just want him to kiss me. And look, I've been in this situation before and she was giving off every sign.
Her eyes could not have said more strongly, put your tongue in my mouth.
Yes.
Than
and
what they did.
She was so close to him.
So close.
The proximity, the intimacy. She was looking at his lips and he was like, yeah,
And he
blah,
was-
blah, blah. Like,
He's kind of like opening out. And I totally got the vibe that he's like, I'm being respectful.
I don't want to push it.
I don't want to like invade her space. And
Yeah.
I was like, honey,
Kiss
Brooke
her.
wants you to invade her space.
Does she want it? Whoa, boy. And then she said, oh, no, sorry, Kurt said, what do you look for in a guy?
Oh my God.
And she said, I'd like a kiss right now. Yes. And he goes like red in the face. He's like, oh,
He's like,
yeah.
oh yeah, we can kiss. The most awkward setup. I was so into it.
I'm into him.
I'm into him.
I'm
yeah.
into him.
Because he's not going to win. So,
No.
Gina, you can date him.
I can. Where's he from?
Ooh. Don't know. But he's 29.
That's a age.
Yeah, isn't it?
You know what they say about ages?
They keep going.
Exactly.
Wise words.
I mean, what
Who
else
was that?
you got?
Aristotle, I think.
Sophocles.
Ah,
yes, close. Now,
my next one,
Yes.
also about Kurt, when they're doing a little post-date interview. I don't think I'll be sleeping much tonight. Might go to a gym workout and work out some of this hectic energy.
he's just so cute.
He's so cute and so unassuming. Like,
Yes.
He's just like, oh, this is just how I am. He's like, oh, so much built up energy. Yeah, I think I'll have to go home and genuinely like do a workout because I'm just feeling so pumped. It's like...
I think he's like, he's not quite a himbo, but he has himbo energy. Do you understand what I mean?
No.
And I wish I could explain it, but I can't.
Himbo.
Himbo.
As in a play on bimbo?
No.
Oh.
Zane is nodding his head, but I know himbo is something else.
Oh.
Unless I'm saying it wrong.
He harambe.
No, okay, so in my mind, it's like a lovable idiot. It's usually like a man who's like quite big. Like think the human Shrek form, but just very silly.
Oh, an ogre. Isn't a bimbo kind of like a lovable idiot anyway?
Oh, I thought.
Just generally with a female connotation?
I thought
Yeah.
bimbo was like really like a bad thing.
I mean, I think it often gets a bad rap, particularly with women. Like, be like, oh, she's such a bimbo. But I think it could have a, like, oh, she's so kind of, like, clueless and
Right.
airy fairy. Like, it could have a positive spin, but I think societally it usually has a negative one.
Yes, so Google says a good-looking but unintelligent young man. And I mean that in the best way. I just
Yes.
mean he's a little bit off with the social cues.
Oh, absolutely.
And he's just a little, not naive, but, just really sweet.
yeah.
Like,
I think he has a very strong moral compass, and he's
Yes.
like, this is what's right, this is what's wrong.
quite.
And I'm going to always do the right thing.
Yeah. Oh, Kurt.
What a,
And
what
when
a
Brooke
cutie.
got out the rose, he was like, oh, no way.
It's like, mate, come on now. You're
Yeah.
having a good date. You saw this
kissed
coming.
her.
He didn't see this coming, though, because he has no future vision. He doesn't even have 20/20 current vision.
No.
He's just like, wow, every day is a surprise. Wrapped to be here.
I know. He's like literally. He's the kind of guy that you'd be like, oh, I got you something, and it'd be a Lamington. He's like, oh, no way, a Lamington. You thought of me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's really sweet. I want a Kurt.
I want a Kurt. Okay, another one from me is Conrad, because obviously we didn't see
Obviously.
enough Conrad
I'm
this
upset.
week.
I hate it here.
Channel 10.
This week
Hello.
was boring.
I know. No Conrad and no David.
Boo.
Also, controversial. I don't know how I feel about Jamie Lee. She's a bit meh,
It's interesting, isn't it?
isn't it?
We'll
Anyway,
get there.
Conrad, when the first cocktail party of the week,
Yes.
and everyone's like, oh, you got a bit of a haircut, you got a bit of a hair dye, and he goes, oh, yeah, got a bit of a zhoosh, got a pretty lady to impress. I'm like, it's me, isn't it? Is
Conrad,
it me?
babe?
Babe. Oh, you're looking good.
You do look good. I am impressed.
Yeah. What else you got?
I don't have any more highlights until the second episode.
Me too. Let's do it.
Nice. I'm jumping right into the lie detector
Me
situation.
too. Me too. Mm-hmm.
Firstly, love it.
Love Steve.
Love Steve.
I love Steve.
Human lie detector. Love that. Give me the saucy content. This was the highlight of the week.
Yes.
This is what I came to see.
And if anything, I wanted Steve to be more vicious.
Yeah.
Pull them apart, Steve.
Absolutely.
I love Steve. You know what? I could meet him on the street and be like, you have made my day several times, sir.
He'd be like, sorry, you have I worked with you?
No.
Not in certain terms.
You know what? You've got a special place right here, big fella.
Love you, Steve-O. See you next week.
Stephen? Can I call you Stephen?
I wonder if he's got a YouTube. I'd watch that.
What if he has an Instagram?
Oh,
I'd follow him.
I want to. I'd watch his stories. Absolutely.
Anyway, tell me about this human lie detector.
Okay, so I really love that his positive assessment of people matched my positive assessment of people. I'd like to see Millie, who's one of the intruders.
Oh, I know.
Her name was thrown in there. I was like, oh, also, she has a cool sense of style.
Yes, I
Really
was into
dig
it.
the suit that she was wearing.
Also, now that makes sense because Millie this week, it was like, and Millie. I was like, I've never seen this person before in my life. But it makes sense because
are
she's an
you?
intruder. Okay.
Who are you?
You.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed that Conrad, David, Holly, Millie, and Jamie Lee all got like the green tick of approval.
Which
From old mate.
you know what? I agree. I agree with Stevie.
Oh, absolutely.
Steve-O.
I think he knows his stuff. He should work in this field.
Yeah, you know what? I'd recommend him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who knows?
If you need a referee, Steve-O, just give me hit us up.
My number is...
Also, that number is available to Conrad and Kurt if you're listening.
Oh, big time.
Big time.
You know
Big
who
time.
else I'm into?
Who?
William, the
I'm-
other intruder.
I have no idea who that person is.
I don't actually know anything about him, just physically into it.
Oh, speaking of into it.
Oh,
Oh,
Doja Cat. Get it, in it, yeah. That song?
I have no idea what you're talking about. You know what? I've only listened to Taylor Swift this past week. I'm not even joking.
I'm not mad about that. I respect that.
I just go into Spotify and I play. And what is it when you mix songs up?
Shuffle?
Shuffle. All of her albums.
I mixed the songs. Oh, all of them.
Yeah, I just
That
go
is
into
so
Spotify
interesting.
and I just press play and whatever God wants,
Wow.
God gives.
Oh, yeah, God does. He does deliver, doesn't he?
God does.
Wow, that's interesting that you listen to all her discography. I've got my faves.
Oh, no, I.
Ah, yes. Anyway.
Look, this isn't.
It doesn't matter.
This isn't about Taylor Swift. This is about our friend Steve-O and the human lie detector. And you know what?
Yeah.
I liked that Steve-O Well, Kurt, first of all, humble king, honest king, said, "Oh, I don't know about Ryan. Hey, just and he wasn't malicious at all.
No. He wasn't like, I hate him, I hate this guy, blah, blah, blah. He was like, I get along with him, but I'm just not entirely sure.
I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I have some questions, and Steve-O, maybe you're the right man to answer them." And he was. And you know what? I enjoyed that when we had Kurt talking to Steve-O, we had the footage of them playing outside with the, you know what I'm talking about?
Jenga.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that you know me well enough that I can do something stupid and you're like, I think this is what she's saying. And we had the looks of Ryan to Jamie Lee and I was like, I never would have picked that up until you pointed it out. But now I want more footage.
Meanwhile, Jamie Lee is like, Jenga's so good.
Yeah. She's just
Nice.
into it. Yeah. And then we had Steve-O talking to Ryan,
Ugh.
didn't we? And he avoided questions
Did
about
he?
Jamie Lee.
Oh, yeah. He was just kind of like, like, nothing.
And he looked down.
Yeah. Oh, he was so fidgety.
He was so fidgety.
Yeah.
Also, that whole thing, he wasn't very confident at all.
No.
And he avoided a question.
And in his chat to camera, he was like, I just was honest. And he said I was confident in my answers. I know what I was saying. But I'm like, your body language, sir.
No. And I think Steve-O asked him, what? Oh, you seem to be nervous when I talk about Jamie Lee. And he says, no, I'm pretty confident in who I am. And I said, and I thought, that's not the fucking question he asked.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's called avoidance, sir.
I'm confident in who I am. Okay, great. Put it on your dating app.
Yeah.
But Jamie Lee.
The only thing I have left to say about that is when Steve-O talked to Brooke and said, hey, look, Ryan was exhibiting behaviours about X, Y, and Z. She was like, oh, yeah, and this is a direct quote. Let's be honest, Ryan and I, we're probably never going to ride off into the sunset together. Amen. There it is. We like an honest person.
I love to see that too.
Yes.
Because we don't usually get that kind of commentary.
No, we don't get a black and white.
No.
It's always like, oh, she's a lovely gal, or no,
I'd
we
love
get
to
along.
know more about them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
This is a straight up look. It was probably never going to happen.
Yeah, I love that. We were all thinking it.
Yeah. We were like, no. I was like, who's Ryan?
Yeah.
When they're like Ryan and Jamie Lee, I was like, is that an intruder? Who are you, sir?
Yeah, no idea. Anything else?
I have no more highlights.
Me either. Like co-host, I think is how the saying goes.
It is, I think it is.
Yeah.
That one, that's Shakespeare.
Yes, you're right.
Yes.
And Hamlet it was.
Oh, isn't it? Yes. Wherefore art thou, Romeo?
Just theatre things. All right, low lights. Let's kick her off. Aimee, give it to me.
Oh, I hate Luca.
I don't like him.
Why is he there?
I
hate
like
his
him.
hair.
Don't like his hair. Don't like his smug face.
No. His face is like, I'm going to win. And it's like, you're not.
You're not,
What
bro.
do you mean? No, you're not, sir.
No.
Put yourself in the garbage.
Please.
Bye-bye.
Not in the recycling.
Not in the recycling. You'll landfill. Straight up when he's like, I'm a maverick. That's what he says about himself going into the date.
Anyone who calls himself a maverick isn't.
And also yuck.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Get out. And then he gives himself the codename Gladiator.
He said something like, oh, I would like it if you refer to me as Gladiator. And I would like it if people didn't perceive me, but here we are. Like,
you know what? I would like it if poverty didn't exist. But,
here we are. Yes.
Being perceived.
Filled with poverty.
Brooks was clever. BB Gun, that was her code name. I was like, nice, Brooke Blurton, get it.
And she wasn't like, my name is going to be BB Gun. She was like, hey, I think, what about BB Gun? That sounds cool. And he was like, yeah. Whereas he was like, call me Gladiator.
He was like, yeah, well, my name is Gladiator.
Like, Jesus Christ, mate.
All right.
That's, gladiators didn't have zoom mobiles. What do you want about?
A bit of a history lesson there, punk.
Also, okay, after the Zoomy date,
yes,
they were sitting down chatting as they want to do.
It's true.
And you know what shit me, Aimee?
Luca.
Yes.
Knew it.
Gotcha. No. Yes, but also
But also,
he said, "Oh, I'm a jiu-jitsu man, and if I get a silver or bronze, I'm like really frustrated and upset for 3 days." I'm like,
I hated that. I was like, oh, yuck.
that's like little emotional maturity, or
Isn't it? And it's like, I understand that mentality when you're a kid or a teenager because it's drilled into you that so many things are competitive.
you gotta win, you gotta win.
But as you become an adult, and like maybe we don't get it because we're not professional athletes, Gina.
Speak for yourself.
Well, actually, I am a cheerleader.
Oh, actually, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But I'm like, what is unhealthy in your mind
Oh, bro.
that thinks it's like warranted to be like, oh, it's Abby Lee Miller mentality.
Oh, yeah.
Second is the first to lose. That is so toxic.
I think there's something really fucking wrong with Luca. And I say this with love if you're listening.
No, you don't.
I don't want to get sued. No, okay, this is what I wrote down. Luca talking about winning Brooke and that she's the gold medal.
Yuck.
And then when she asked / pushed him and said, "Hey, what do you actually like about me? List some things off." He couldn't. All he said was you, full stop. You tick all the boxes. I'm like, that sounds to me that like Brooke, I mean, who isn't into Brooke, first of all? So like she's everyone's type. Sorry. But if you can't list a couple of specific things that you like about her, sounds like to me like you just want to win this girl who everyone wants. It's like it's a medal to you. It's a prize.
100%.
And not in the good way of like, she's the prize I won from...
Because I love her.
Yeah,
It's like, it's the prize because I beat others.
Yeah, exactly.
And after a full day date, you should be able to identify one thing you have discovered that you like about that person.
Like,
surely.
I like her smile. I like her laugh. I like that she cried after, like, she's sensitive.
I like her vulnerability.
Yeah. Nothing. He couldn't think of anything. Nah, he's
25, I think, too. So, like, his brain hasn't developed. He needs to get in the bin, as I previously mentioned.
Yes, I agree. I think you should mention it just once more.
Oh, Luca getting in the bin?
Yes, quite right. Yeah, sorry. I just don't think we got it before.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a walking red flag to me.
Oh, yeah, he's a big old red flag. I'm just waiting for Brooke to realise it. I guess she'll probably keep him around a little bit longer until we get down to the ones who matter.
Or until, later on he'll make a shitty comment about winning her.
At a cocktail party.
And Kurt will come to the rescue.
I really like Kurt. Went on his
Kurt.
Instagram.
Did ya?
And his Instagram is managed by a third-party account. And
Don't you hate how they're
disappointed.
doing that these days?
I hate that. I want to see the private Kurt content.
Yes, exactly. You know what? Speaking of Kurt, do you reckon he's the kind of guy that wears Speedos? Because there's a type of guy that does that.
I think he would in a Iron Man thing.
I think they have to.
That's right. Because he follows the rules.
That's right.
So he would.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, another low light.
The other one from me about their date is that there's no chemistry between them.
Oh, yeah, there was very little. And when they kissed, I was like, again, kiss more dogs with more chemistry.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's more chemistry between my cat and I.
Yeah, there's more chemistry between you and me.
Oh, Gina. That's like...
It's burning.
That's hard to surpass, you know what I mean?
Yes. I do, Amy, I do.
Yeah, I was like, the whole time I was like, this is just too... This is a very obvious first date, two people sussing each other out.
Yes.
They wouldn't have a second date in the real world.
No, I don't think so. No. And I think the only reason why... I don't know. I think because Kurt is physically attractive, even though I'm not attracted to him. But I think conventionally, he's physically attractive and Brooke is physically attractive. So they're just looking at each other's faces thinking,
they're like, I want to kiss
yeah.
that. And like kissing is a compatibility thing too. If you and someone else's, kissing styles are matched as well. And because they're in a heightened environment, like you want to turbo speed through that.
Yeah.
So I get that they're kissing, but like, I felt nothing.
No, me either.
Yeah.
I felt more with Kurt.
Oh.
And he wasn't kissing me.
I really like him. It's going to be sad because
he's not going to win.
He's not going to win.
No, he's not.
He's like a lesser Conrad. So we're going to like Kurt. He'll get his heart broken. Then Conrad will get his heart broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, next one from me is during the group date.
You did.
Group date.
Well, before we jump into that.
yep.
Oh,
go
sorry.
on.
The first episode group date?
Yes.
Oh, no, you go.
Okay.
You go, please.
All right. Thank you.
No, you're right.
Obviously, people not listening to Brooke, I was a little bit annoyed with that. But look, this is a little bit of a funny and a little bit of a not funny. When Steve-O, we saw him take his shirt off. Hello, Steve-O.
Good stuff.
Not Steve-O, human lie detector.
I thought you were thinking about Steve-O first, and I was like, oh, Steve-O, lie detector man. When did he take his shirt off? Then I realised you were talking about Steve. Oh.
The contestant.
The contestant. That was a good time.
Yes, he looked good. And then when the...
I know what you're going to say. Please.
And then when the intruders, it was the intruders, wasn't it? It was. Two of the boys took off their shirts, and whoever said it, it's we shouldn't be laughing, Aimee.
I am.
They said Aladdin's less in shape brother.
Which it was so true.
It was so true. And
for Luca, like, so William was the other intruder. He took his shirt off. He's a pasty boy.
He's pasty.
I'm
and
into
skinny,
it.
Skinny white boy.
Skinny white boy, but also with like
Abs.
And he, climbed up that rope at the end like there was no tomorrow.
He'd be climbing.
Into that. But yeah, wasn't that that's more of a highlight, isn't it?
Well, I was like, it's a highlight, but it's a low light because let's not shame men.
I'm not shaming. I'm just enjoying the entertainment.
Okay. But you know, if it was reversed, if a woman said that about another woman,
the thing is, if I was taking my shirt off, I would expect people to laugh at me with my physique. You know what I mean? And no, that's not like fishing for a compliment. That's just an observation.
I think that's insecurity.
No, it's a general observation.
That's rude, but okay.
If I was wearing high-waisted pants, you know what I mean? I just don't think there's a lot going on with my tummy region that's like super cute.
Right.
I mean, obviously, yeah, that is like insecurity, but it's also observation.
I think within the society we live in, but that's another topic.
Oh, wait, is this not our body talk podcast? Oh, sorry. Sorry, everyone.
Yes, I know what you're saying.
Any more lowlights from your group date? Your group date? How was your
From
group
my
date?
personal group date, only thing else I have to say is obviously nobody telling Kurt that he's hot and attractive. That needs to be reversed very quickly.
Maybe we should slide into his DMs.
I will.
And tell him.
I have.
Okay. Every night. I'm trying. I'm going to slide into his DMs and tell him about our podcast and that we love him. And if he could listen, that'd be great.
And if he wants to come on,
Kurt.
Oh, but isn't it bad because we said that we love Kurt, but we said he's obviously not winning.
Yeah. Well, they've already recorded. He knows he hasn't won.
What if he ends up winning?
He won't.
Okay.
Because
Kurt,
he's with us. Ooh.
Kurt, we say this with love. We know you're not going to win because of the differences between you and Brooke.
Yes.
Not that you don't deserve to win.
Or there's anything bad about you.
No, there's nothing wrong with you.
There's just people who are more compatible with Brooke than you.
Quite right. So we'll be sliding.
I'm going to do it.
All right.
My last low light from episode 1, Geena, is Carissa leaving. Carissa walks out.
Oh, why was that a low light for you?
It was a low light for me because of how jarring it seemed to be for Brooke. Because I think, everyone watching saw it coming.
Yes.
But the quote that got me was her saying, "I can't fall in love like this." I thought that was quite heartbreaking. And I thought there was a good level of self-awareness there that she was like, okay, I've realised this is not going to work for me. And it would be quite a big decision to walk away from that because you have to stop your life really to go into it.
Yes.
But it did seem quite jarring for Brooke and she was really taken aback by it. And it's a good thing. However Brooke feels is always shown on her face, but it was sad to see that she was so affected.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed. The only thing I will say about that is I was listening to my good friend Abby Chatfield's podcast and Carissa went on there.
Oh, okay.
And what we got from that, Abby asked her, why did you leave in no certain terms? Carissa said that she'd formed a lot of really strong friendships with the group over their time, and whenever they would come back after having alone time with Brooke, they would talk about how lovely it was and how they're forming this really deep connection, and Carissa said that she felt really happy for them, and at the end of the day she felt more loyalty to them than she did her connection to Brooke, which I found very, Interesting.
That's so interesting.
I mean, good that she left.
Yeah,
Hearing that, because that sounds like not the right situation.
totally.
It sounded like she was never going to fall in love with Brooke.
Yeah.
So,
Wow. Oh, that's good info.
good info.
Good stuff, Gina.
Yeah, thanks, Abby. Low light for me from the second episode.
Yes.
I'm going to say it. The prolonged camera on the kiss.
That was weird.
Did we really need to count up the seconds?
Oh.
Like, I think they're hounding a little bit. I mean, it must have been a slow couple of weeks for them to yeah, I wasn't into it. And was it just me? Or I feel like a part of it was like, it's the Guinness World Record for the longest kiss on TV, and it's two women, so we're gonna just
100%.
film it the whole way
And imagine
through.
being Jamie Lee and Brooke having that kiss and having that camera person standing right in front of you.
And you can't
Pull
let
away.
your
your lips part.
you can't. That's crazy.
What if you couldn't breathe, Gina?
We
Maybe we should kiss to test it.
Okay. I will let you know of something interesting though.
All right.
There's noses, and you can actually breathe in and out of them.
Oh. That was my nose.
Yes.
That's good stuff.
Interesting, isn't it?
That's nice. I like that.
All right, new invention. Try it out. I thought it was really awkward. I wasn't into it, hey.
It was very awkward.
No. They could have skipped to the end, but they didn't.
No, and that's what you expect to happen. You're like,
Yes.
okay, they're gonna come back. So I was grateful when they kind of cut away to back at the mansion,
And then they
but
cut
they
back.
still kept the little square there of them kissing.
How weird.
I can't believe they showed 5 consecutive minutes of their kiss.
Weird.
So bizarre. Not into it, and not because it's two women.
That was
anyone
awesome.
at all. Yep. That was good viewing. I don't want to watch anyone kiss for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
That's uncomfortable.
It was weird.
I don't like it.
And half of me is like, is there some horny producer being like, two women kissing? Oh, and now it's not even porn. It's like what the public wants. It's like, we didn't want this.
Channel 10 accidentally streams Pornhub for like 15 seconds and they're like, oh my
Oh,
God.
fuck. Wait, this isn't Brooke. Also, on the date, was that all they did?
Yeah, we didn't see anything else except them at the end having a chat.
What a horrible date.
I did remember I had one highlight. I
Yeah?
just hadn't labeled it a highlight. I thought it was sweet when Jamie Lee said, if I'm lucky enough to get to call you my partner, that would be incredible.
Cute.
Very nice to frame it as, this kind of gift or something that would be very lucky to happen to you. That's really nice, places importance on a person.
Yes, quite right.
But yeah, you're right. We didn't see much from the date at all.
But what was the actual date? Was the date dressing up in those ugly blue onesies, going up there, breaking a world record, looking at the view and coming down? Luca got in a Zoom-mobile. Jamie Lee got up on a fucking Sydney pin, which everyone has gone on.
We saw them meet in a garden first. So first they would have had to meet at this garden to have that 10 seconds of like, hi. Then drive to wherever Old Mate Tower is. Then get geared up for Tower. Then get Osher up there and Old Mate World Record, all the camera gear. Then get them up there. Film for 5 minutes. Skedaddle. It probably was a bit of a escapade. How boring.
How boring.
Don't sign me up for that date.
No, do not.
No, thank
but I
you.
liked when they had the second part of the date where they're sitting down and drinking and talking. Good venue, very pretty. Nice view.
Yeah.
Into that.
Yeah, nice.
But why did I like that better?
Because
than
it was
the
a
actual
date.
Yeah.
So it was actual viewing.
God, like
Hello.
Are there budget cuts, Channel 10? For fuck's sake, maybe don't use $5,000 on a Zoom-mobile and then $5
They're
on
like,
the
damn it, I
Jamie
forgot
Lee.
we had 2 dates this week, not one.
Fuck.
Quick, get a $50 pass to Sydney Tower.
My sister works there. She can get us a discount.
Oh, nice. Yeah, nice, bro. We'll go early. No one else will be there.
Okay, next one.
My next one's at the cocktail party.
Go early.
Like before it opens.
After hours. Cocktail party, yep.
Cocktail party. Seeing Jamie Lee so upset. I think Jamie Lee is very genuine.
I agree.
I think she's very genuine. She's not there, wasn't there for Ryan. She's there for Brooke.
Yes.
I think it was really upsetting to see her
so upset.
Yeah. Because she was very visibly shaken. And we saw too, she knew what that was going to mean as soon as Kurt was like, oh, I said that I think Ryan has a thing for you. And, it's made clear that Kurt hasn't said there's a thing between both of them.
No.
It's Ryan having a thing for Jamie Lee, but straight away she's like, oh, this is going to look bad. And it did. And the lowlight for me on that was I was a bit annoyed at Brooke. Because she was like, why wouldn't you tell me about... And she was like, there's nothing to tell.
I wouldn't tell you who I'm from. Like, why am I talking about other contestants?
And she said that exactly.
Yeah.
She was like, why do I need to tell you who I'm friends with?
And she said, I'm friends with Holly, but I'm not talking about her. Like,
Yeah.
And I agree. I think Brooke let her insecurities get the better of her that night.
Big time. Yeah.
And hopefully this does not tarnish her opinion of Jamie Lee. But it's interesting that we didn't see Brooke talking to Ryan at all. Did they actually talk, or did she immediately talk to Jamie Lee because she trusted her and then go, yep, done, no worries, see you later?
I mean, I think it's evidence that, there's still trust there for Jamie Lee because she sends Ryan home. I think she believes her, but is definitely... And while we actually hear Brooke say something about, I'm feeling insecure or I'm feeling those feelings from past seasons, so she's aware that this is triggering something in her, but not actively trying to fight it. And I think because how she's feeling is always just written across her face.
Oh, yeah.
You saw that she was pissed. She was not happy. But it wasn't Jamie Lee's fault. I really felt for her.
Yeah, I agree. And that's a good point you make about her insecurities. And she knew about them, but she didn't actively fight them. I think it's also hard in these situations to think, okay, I'm triggered by this. Am I triggered because it's happening again? Or it's a similar situation? And in those moments, how can you tell? Who can you trust? That's
And
when the therapist needs to be there.
I don't like that we see a short as well, that it's continuing, that next week Jamie Lee brings up another conversation with her.
I hope Jamie Lee isn't a shithead.
I don't think she is.
Right. So something else happens.
I don't think she is. I think it's either... I don't know if Jamie Lee brings it up, but we just see that Brooke and Jamie Lee are having solo time.
Quite right.
So I don't know if it's a matter of Brooke saying, I just want to still address it. To me, I feel like both of them, it would still be a bit unresolved.
Right.
I feel like Brooke would probably need another chat to just be like, hey, I thought about it. It was just my insecurities, to kind of convey that to Jamie Lee. And Jamie Lee would want another chance to be like, I really am just here for you. I'm sorry that it came up and that you were upset by it. I didn't say anything because that's how little it meant to me.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And I get what you mean. Like, that's a shitty position to be in, and I would be the same. Like, how was that? What was I going to say? I'm friends with this man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, oh.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with everything you said.
I wonder too if Brooke was so upset too because she likes Jamie Lee so much.
Yeah, probably. Also, she was probably triggered because that same weeks, Carissa left.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that stuff happening very close together.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, Carissa said she can't fall in love in this environment, and the next thing I know, there's a rumor about Ryan and Jamie Lee together. Why can't I be number one for once?
Yeah. She's like, I'm on the show to be number one. Hello.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Also, Ryan just gave off bad vibes from the beginning. Happy he's gone.
We haven't seen anything of him for good reason. I think he's probably a
trash
butthead.
Yeah, probably. The last thing I have to say about that is that I'm annoyed that we didn't get any content about Brooke talking to Ryan. Or it should have been made clear that Brooke didn't talk to Ryan, or she did. Either way.
I think Channel 10 just gave up on him. Because as soon as I got the footage that Brooke was like, look, we were never going to ride off into the sunset, Channel 10 like, cut all Ryan ties.
Yes.
Now, only show him at the cocktail party if you must.
Yeah. If you have to. If we're legally binding, Have to.
They just show him from the back at the rose ceremony. They don't show his face. Can you imagine? They're just like, we're done.
And like nothing at the end either. Like she didn't walk into the car, didn't say, hey, fuck you for blah, blah, blah. Nothing.
No.
Nothing. I wanted a little bit more drama.
I wanted more closure.
I wanted closure. Closure. Do you have any lowlights left?
Not a single one.
I only have one left.
Yes.
Leaving David until last.
Oh, that was a bit spicy. Hot tamale.
That was a chipotle
Wasn't
sauce.
it? Spicy mayo.
Spicy. That was a zinger burger.
That was
Speaking of.
Zinger burger. Did somebody say KFC?
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I thought cruel joke, but I do think that was her. That was producers talking in her ear. Surely.
100%. Yeah.
Also, when she chose Millie first, I was like, who?
I like that though. I was like, yeah, keep it fresh.
Keep it fresh. Keep them on their toes.
Keep the OGs at bay.
Yeah. Don't want them to get too cocky.
That's right.
All right, that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah.
Great. Predictions.
What do you think?
I have nothing because Kurt, now that Carissa's gone, he might be top 5, top 4. He might make it to hometowns.
Yeah, I'm thinking of hometowns.
But
I'm trying
what about
to
Millie?
figure out.
We don't know about Millie yet.
Oh,
Where's she come from?
Millie's a sneaky
She's
gal.
a sneaky snake. Do you think Luca will be top 5?
Oh, yuck.
When do you think he'll...
Well, I was going to say top 10, but then I was like, we're basically in top 10
Yeah,
now.
we're nearly there.
So top 10. I think hometowns at this stage, and I feel like
Really?
for produce, no, not for him.
Oh.
This is a separate thought.
Okay.
I think hometowns at this stage, producers will want it to be 2 women and 2 men. So I'm thinking David and Conrad,
Obviously.
and Holly,
Yes.
and
Carissa.
yeah,
Chanel.
and maybe Jamie Lee. Maybe
Oh.
they're giving us a bit of a Holly edit because
Yes.
Holly had some drama.
I literally had forgotten about Jamie Lee in 5 seconds. That means they can't end up together. If I forget about her,
She's out.
obviously.
See ya.
I've never forgotten about a winner.
Haven't you?
Probably.
Who won season 4? Go. I don't. Is that Maddie J? No.
I
Yes?
don't even know what season we're up to now.
9.
No.
Yes.
Oh.
No. 9 for Bachelor, 7 for Bachelorette.
Fuck.
Yes.
Here we go.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't have many because nothing happened this week.
It was very
My
quiet,
only
wasn't
prediction, no, my only wish is that next week we get more Conrad content.
it? Conrad and Kurt.
Yeah, Conrad and Kurt.
Conrad and Kurt.
I tell ya, I seeing the shorts for next week turned on.
Turned on.
Turned on.
What's happening next week?
Mardi Gras and the boys are dressed up.
Yeah.
Those are dressed up.
Get it.
And there's a shot of David and he's got his shirt off and he's like covered in glitter and sequins. I'm like, yes. Nothing makes me hornier than a straight man being prideful.
And I don't mean patriotic.
No.
I mean
Gay.
yes.
Tell me what that means. Riddle me that, Sherlock.
Is that rhetorical? Because I don't have an answer.
No, that's fine. I didn't think you would.
Yeah, nice. Am I dumb?
No, I'm just saying, you know,
Get it.
get it. Anything else?
No.
Great. Tell us. We've got an Instagram. It's...
At Love Bachelor.
That's correct. We've got an email.
lovebachelor@gmail.com.
Indeed. And you can subscribe to us on all the platforms. Probably not MySpace
Oh,
or
Bebo.
Bebo. That's right.
Damn it.
Probably not those ones. Which is really sad because we just set up our Bebo
Oh,
and it got deleted.
I wanted to share the love on my Bebo
I
account
know.
as well.
We could have had favourites. Could have been you, listeners out there.
Damn it.
Not anymore.
I'm
But that's all
upset
right.
about that.
Rate us, review, subscribe. Most of our episodes aren't this crazy and boring. But that's just the content we had to give.
We work with what we're given.
Exactly.
What do you
right.
want from us?
Exactly right. Aimee, it's been a pleasure.
Geena, I'm tired.
I'm so exhausted. But you know what?
Yeah.
With you, I feel joyful. And And remember, we're two gals here for the right reasons.
Love you, bye.